Me?
Oh, that's actually new.
What scroll bar?
Now I can hear you, Lloyd.
Upper right-hand corner, there's like a little tiny scroller. And zoom the map in and out.
That's new.
That's delicious.
That's handy.
Ah.
I've always, because they've had the magnifying glass thing, but I like the bar better.
And you can make the chat go away too. Don't know why you'd
You've
want
always
to.
had do that.
Oh well, okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure why you would want to, considering how much is over there, but you could. So. All right, so we are now on air. Who wants to recap what happened last time?
I can at least start, and you guys can fill in if you remember any particular details. When we last left off in the previous session, we had taken one of the mercenaries prisoner, and last section, beginning of it, focused on sort of interrogating and talking to that prisoner and seeing what we could learn. He basically told us that, yeah, this guy we're looking for, Mogor, is, we could probably find him further on down into the dungeon. The other guy, though, the tiefling that we're looking for, may or may not be still here, may have left already. During that, like right before that, we encountered our new companion, and he has joined us. He is looking for a friend or a compatriot of his that was also captured. So we sort of suggested, like, hey, you can join up with us, and since our paths are sort of along the same direction right now, if we bring this guy Mogor's head back to the other guy, the member of the Ambershard clan, whose name is escaping me at the moment, Durlon, we'll be able to free the prisoners, and hopefully this this other dwarf that we're looking for is there. We went further into the dungeon because that was the direction that we needed to go, and one of the because we told it well, and because one of the combatants from the previous encounter had fled down that way, and basically we scattered out a little bit forward and then kind of stumbled into a large group of automata and a warlock and things like that, and voidbringers and such. And that was where we ended it. We had just finished the combat with them. The swords were still ringing.
And we had we did have an escaped, what was he, a hate speaker? I mean, we may not actually know what he is, but we know a duergar mage. He poofed.
Yeah, the rest of you have run into duergar like him before. So, alright, so that's our recap. And why don't everybody roll their icon relationships?
That's the big fat no.
Yes, it is.
It's actually mine.
And don't forget to actually use them. I mean, you guys have been rolling them, which is great. But don't forget to actually use them during the session.
Well,
Again, because they don't carry over.
This is the third game running that I've rolled and not gotten anything.
I know. It'll happen.
Last week was a miracle I got anything. I think there was several games in a row I haven't. I can't.
I have an excuse. I have crappy die.
Yes, you do.
You need to clean them.
This guy.
So Bryn has a 6.
Yeah, I have a 6 with the Orc Lord there.
Delana has nothing.
Nothing.
It looked for a second like you had a 5, and then I realized that it was the addition.
Nothing. As usual.
Okay, so only Cinder this week. I'm not sorry, only Bryn this week. Okay, with that being said, what would you like to do? You did have a duergar run away from you.
Doesn't look like.
You can obviously try to follow him if you'd like.
I indicate to the rest of the group the direction that he ran and make statement that I would be somewhat interested in him returning to offer us an apology.
I don't think you're gonna get much of an apology from him. Which direction did he head?
He headed deeper into where the.
So he's this way. Okay.
He went that way.
He said things that hurt me.
Assuming that we're not, currently bleeding out or anything like that, I think we should give chase.
Forward and yonder. After the rascal.
So.
I will move up. I have a light source, so I could help lead the way.
So do I. Thank you. Where's my light source? Why does it keep disappearing?
Whenever we transition from map to map, those don't carry over. Your hit points and stuff do, but the little dots and such do not.
Glad the hit points do, because I have no idea.
What's that?
I said I'm glad the hit points do, because I have no idea.
It took a while for us to figure out how the hell to do that. It used to be that they had to be updated every map. It's a bit of a pain, but it's not that horrible.
Well, there was only one way he went.
So is that a stone bridge over a chasm up ahead? Is that what we're seeing?
It's not so much a stone. It's not much of a chasm. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
It goes down about maybe 10, 15 feet. Some places it goes down as far as maybe 20, 25 feet, and in some places it's as short as maybe 6 or 7 feet. But it's not what you really call a chasm for the most part. But yes, it is a stone bridge going across.
Okay. Well, I will approach the bridge relatively swiftly, leading the way.
Okay. The bridge is it's dwarf work, so it's pretty solid.
Of course it is.
The bridge to the south, which you can see from where you're at, that looks to be more recent work, given that it is wood and rope rather than stone. You imagine that the stone bridge, for whatever reason that used to be there, probably was either fell apart or was destroyed in some fashion, probably a long time ago, given that there's no indication that there's wreckage down below.
Okay. So I'll make my way completely across the bridge, and I'll take a peek into the first room, lighting the way with my torch.
Concert started 30 minutes ago.
Okay. It doesn't look like there's anything in the rooms. Looks like this might used to have been a place where workers could come and sleep for a little while, take a rest while they're on break, while they were in the mine. It looks like the mine itself goes down further to the north. But given the state of the walls to the north, it's probably where the mine proper is. That's where the ore was being pulled out, and it came up this way for processing.
So far, unless he decided to run up into the actual mining area, there's only one route he could have taken. Does that seem like a reasonable
that's a reasonable
assumption?
Yeah. He has to go down south.
Is there anything to indicate that he might have gone through the mining area?
Give me a bounty hunter check, plus wisdom.
22.
No, there's nothing to indicate that he has gone that way.
Okay.
Although you can't find his footprints in where you're at, you also don't see any footprints heading to the north. So where you're at, it's kind of a melange of people going back and forth. Whereas to the north, it's fairly pristine. It doesn't look like anybody's gone down that direction in a while.
To the south area here, past the bridge, Can I see or anyone see any indications of light, or is it mostly dark?
There is light coming from down past the bridge over in this area. Come on, click, ding, there.
Okay. I'm going to continue on. Assuming I don't see anything of note in either of those two doorways, I would continue on south towards the wooden bridge.
Okay. As you kind of noticed earlier, before, this bridge seems fairly recent. It's kind of shoddy work, actually. Whether they're duergar or evil dwarves, they should kind of be ashamed of themselves. But it looks like you're not even sure why they put it there, considering they could have just walked around.
Right.
But there had to have been a reason for it. Unfortunately, it's not terribly clear what that reason might have been.
Should we cross the bridge or walk around?
I'm going to walk around because I don't trust it.
I think that's an excellent plan.
It's not good. It's not good dwarven work. So I'll make my way around the southern part of the lip there.
Okay.
And again, I'm moving relatively quickly. I'm not moving for stealth.
Okay.
I'm going to ask a metagaming question. Well, first I'm going to ask a real question. This bridge is just wood and rope, right?
Yeah, largely.
Okay. You know what? Screw it. Screw the metagaming. As I run past, I'm going to chop at the ropes with my axe and try to break the bridge down.
Alright, that's not terribly difficult. You sever 4 ropes that are holding the bridge up, and it falls into the depression below. At this point, this is one of the deeper parts of this rift, so it falls about maybe 25 feet. If someone really wanted to, they could climb up on the other side or use the remains of the bridge to climb down, but
I figured
nobody's going to be walking across it from one side to the other.
Whoever put it there for a reason, and I'm going to bet that there are people that I don't want to be happy, so they're going to be less happy now.
Okay.
So what is this this southern portion here that I can see from where I'm standing? Is that like another mining cavern?
It closes up.
Okay.
This is the gap itself ends over this door.
Oh, great. Okay. So it's just a little cave.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, then I will move on forward towards this entrance here where we saw the sort of light coming from.
Okay. Work over here. Alright. It looks like this is heading back into more confined parts of the cave. Though from where you can see to the south, it's more worked again. Been carved. It looks like there's been parts. A lot of where you're at right now looks like natural caves that have just been left as they are. What I mean to say is, to the south, it looks like it's been more processed. It looks like it's been carved out of the earth instead.
So you're saying like this part over here is natural, but this part here,
yes,
is stonework.
It's increasingly more. The stone itself has been carved.
Okay. Just the way it looks on the map, then.
Yeah.
I'm gonna a little bit more carefully move in this section with my shield out. I don't want to get surprised as I walk through into this sort of larger area, and I take a look to my left and then to my right down the corridor.
Okay. All right. So there doesn't look like there's anything immediately to your left. And to the right, there is another corridor to the south.
All right, I wave
two directions.
I wave everyone on and move up just to the edge here.
I'm going to try to start keeping pace with him. Shield at the ready.
Go ahead and roll me. Are you still roughly going stealthy?
I'm not trying to be sneaky, but I'm not rushing ahead either. So I'm just kind of walking, let's say.
Okay. So you look around the corner. It looks like to your left or to the east. It looks like it's kind of another break room. Looks like a commissary. To the left, there's another corridor that goes to your right or to the west.
To the west.
The corridor turns to the south.
Okay.
And give me a perception check, both Bryn and Cinder.
15 for me.
Oh, even worse.
Oof.
You think you can hear something coming from that direction, Bryn?
I think I hear something from behind us. Oh shit! It's my car.
Right, there is stuff from behind.
I look at Bryn and whisper, I think somebody's following us, but I'm not sure.
Just roll my eyes at Cinder.
One of them might have hooves.
Just might.
So I kind of turn to the group, behind us because they're not quite up as far as we are, and I kind of make the universal shh hand motion and sort of hike my thumb off to the west there,
I'm gonna. What is it? Really dark in here, or is there light?
There is some light. It looks like there's actually glowing fungus. That's some of it looks like it's wild, but some of it looks cultivated. That is up on the walls, towards the ceiling. It's not really bright, but it's more than enough for you to see where you're going and not trip over your own feet.
I'm gonna cover up my shield so that we're a little less obvious, glowing wise, or at least I am.
Okay.
Are we heading
Are you
forward?
waiting at the intersection for something to happen?
I just wanted to make sure everyone was gathered.
Yes.
So normally we'd have Tormek scout ahead. Manasail, are you feeling up to the task?
Well, shifting is taxing. I'd prefer to save the remainder of my energy to save a battle form. But I mean, I can always give it a try in two-leg form.
Is there a way your teeth might be able to help us out?
I mean, out of character, that's not quite how he works. We have him here for the sake of, like, just ease, because really he's a summoned companion, and we just don't want him to be like a Voltron popping in out of nowhere, helping and then disappearing. So that's why we have him there. For the most part, we treat him like he's a non-entity, because he's not really doing anything, so we can't use him in that capacity.
I can't speak wolf anyway, so.
Yeah, there's always been kind of a problem when you've sent animals to go and scout for you. If you don't
if Beastmaster has taught me anything, you can't trust two ferrets to do squat.
We had the last game that I ran. We had a ranger with an animal companion, a panther, named Gunju.
Gunju.
And Gunju kept getting sent ahead to scout things, and then Gunju would come back and it'd be like, "So Timmy fell down a well? Is that what you're saying?" Because nobody can fucking speak panther.
Yeah, Gunju just blinks. Like, I don't know what you want to tell you guys.
Well, I'll go ahead and I'll just go ahead and kind of move up and peek around the corner, and I'm gonna do my best to be nice and quiet and use all my scouting abilities.
Okay.
And just kind of give a peek around the corner. I'm looking for sights, sounds, and smells. Anything that I catch out of the ordinary.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me. First, roll me a stealth check to see how quiet you are in doing this.
I don't have a stealth macro. So what's that going to be?
You won't have a stealth macro. This is going to be a background check. Whatever your stealthiest underground place background is.
Do we want to consider this an environment or a city? Wilderness or city?
This is going to be, I think wilderness is probably closer.
Okay.
And plus dex.
Plus dex plus half level?
Plus level.
Oh, plus level. That's
Not
all right.
half
Plus
level.
Yeah. Yes.
Do you not have a background check macro?
No, I don't, actually. That's probably something I should do.
Yes. I could have sworn I had you do that, but yes. Alright, so you think you're pretty stealthy.
I think I'm pretty stealthy.
What I think I might do from here on out is I might roll the stealth checks myself, and then tell you, because it's one of those things where you knowing what you rolled, kind of.
It breaks the mystery. It really does.
Yeah.
And be honest, you're still rolling. You would, if there was something that was going to catch you, you would still be rolling for it on the opposite side. So I mean, I don't know how stealthy I actually am, but yeah, handling it on both sides probably leads a little bit more to stealth. Anyway, so with that, I do my thing and peek and do things.
All right, now roll a perception check.
That I do have. $27.
27. You definitely hear something coming from behind the corner. Whatever it is trying to keep quiet. It's difficult to say what it could be, though.
Okay. So I kind of look back at Bryn and I kind of nod, and then I put my fingers to my lips. And then I'll go ahead and damn it.
I hope you didn't say that when you did it.
No.
Why do you have no recoveries?
Oh, I'm not sure which one's which here. So
Blue is recoveries.
Blue is recoveries.
Blue is recoveries. Don't type in stuff.
I didn't know what to put in there.
Yeah.
And then green is health.
Green is health, hit points.
Red is empty.
Currently nothing.
Okay.
Don't put anything in there.
Apologies.
Because I'm sitting here going, I don't think I beat you up that much that last week.
Actually, I did get pretty beat.
You only spent 2 recoveries.
That's not pretty beat.
Ask Matt next time what he'll go through.
what beat is, right?
Matt, the very fragile flower.
Tormac got lit last game. He did.
Tormac gets lit every single time. Tormac likes to run ahead, get further, because he almost always gets first in initiative. He likes to run ahead and get the snot kicked out of him.
Makes him feel alive.
Never mind that he has a scale mail clad frickin' Iron Forge and a demon wearing full plate behind him.
I need to get a camera.
Yeah, no. Tormac does it all the time. He'll run up first. He'll get the crap kicked out of him, half of the rest of the fight will be spent trying to keep him from not dying. And so on. But anyway.
From not.
We can make another one though.
Alright, so there's something around the corner.
Well, I'm kind of stealthing up.
Move yourself. I'm not
Where do you
going
want me to move to?
This is the sort of thing that I didn't want to keep doing is,
Okay.
along and that sort of thing. Move up where you want to end up finally.
Okay. Pow.
Okay.
Oh, coming.
Now I want to sneak up to the corner, and if I can recognize that there's somebody right around the corner, we're going at it.
You don't see anybody right around the corner.
Oh. That's strange.
I'm gonna go ahead and loosen my my sword and scabbard and pull it out. I assume they've told us they've heard things, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I whispered to Cinder and shaking my head. This is odd. I definitely heard something trying to hide from us this way.
I look back at the rest of the party and whisper back to him, well, let's disappoint them.
Oh, come on.
You want us
Everybody
to take the
okay
lead,
with
Medicine?
Alright.
Do you want us to take the lead?
Do I have any objections?
Hmm?
Do I have any objections to just stepping out and...
Mm-mm.
No, let's do it.
Recent battles have given me bigger balls than is probably wise. I'll go ahead and
Just shaking. He's just nodding.
I go ahead and step the hell on into that room. And give myself a nice, good look around.
Oh, you. Alright, just.
It's full of dogs.
I do not.
Is the Corgi Brigade on the warpath again?
Where's that Sasha?
Okay. Now back up. I wish Roll20 would leave me where the hell I am. Okay, this is like the other places. It is light but not bright. It is, for the most part, it's just fungus. You see that there are, it looks like they used to be pins or cells to either side of the place. You can't see all the way down to the end. You don't see the far wall.
I'm going to move forward a little bit and look into, standing in the center, look into each cell to see if there's anything of note in either of them.
Oh, you can go ahead and stop there. That's just because, boy, do you find something of interest, and not just to your left, but to the right as well. You see, they were kind of expecting you at any point now.
Whoa.
There is another possessed automata that you've seen before, and then you see another construct, a very large construct, in the other room, just waiting for somebody to come and walk by.
I look left and right at the construct and at the automata. Yay!
Alright, so at this point, I can't assume that you were surprised that someone was waiting for you. That being said, they certainly weren't surprised that you were coming for them.
Sure.
So after I remove the fucking turns guy, there are times where turn order and roll 20 drives me crazy. Okay, so everybody go and roll me initiative.
I make some sort of snide comment about family coming for the holidays.
I didn't bring Gedat twice. Never mind.
Sweet. I get 2 initiatives now. Awesome.
And you keep popping up. I keep getting rid of you, and you keep popping up. Apparently, the Roll20 really wants you to be on there 2 or 3 times.
What it really wants is me to be on the bottom. It's like, no, 11's too high.
Yeah, maybe because it's you roll so badly all the goddamn time. Their Roll20 just feels sorry for you. I wouldn't be surprised at that.
Didn't you know that's my one unique thing? I have 2 initiative spots.
Don't forget to actually type your initiative into the turner already.
Oh, okay.
Unless you've got the nifty neat thing that does it for you.
Which I don't think he can do because he's rolling twice.
Oh, wait. I think I have too many modifiers in there. I don't know.
Yeah, I think you do. I don't think you're supposed to be adding plus 14.
Oh my.
Why is it still doing that? Alright, there's a problem.
Yeah, your macro is in some way screwed up. So your best is a 22 from that first one.
Oh, I know what's wrong. Okay. Alright, yeah. Best is a 22, so I'll put that in. I know what was wrong. I already have my +7 built into it, and then I have another modifier for anything extraneous, and I was adding it again.
You dumb bastard.
I am.
Wait a minute. Oh no, Nah. Alright. Top of round 1, the installation dies a frowny face. Cinder, you are up first.
Alrighty. Well, I look back at Delana and ask her, you take the left, I take the right, and before I can get any kind of answer, rush the possessed automata.
Okay.
And I'm going to, let's see, make sure I know what I'm using for weapons and whatnot. I'm using my Warhammer and shield.
Okay.
Give me 2 seconds. There we go.
So, Aaron, these cell doors are open?
Yeah, that's actually a good question. Are these cell doors open?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So yeah, I rush him, and I am bringing my Warhammer across to his shoulder, trying to completely smash in his shoulder, hoping that he's made up of much weaker stuff than I am.
Okay. But make your attack.
14 versus AC.
14 will miss.
Okay. In which case I do 3 damage. Wait, let me double check that. Oh, yes. But my crit die increases by 1.
Okay. From one of the cells further down, one of the, what is clearly one of the mercenaries, steps out from around the corner, raises a crossbow and shoots it at the closest person, which happens to be Delana. Going to be versus AC. That is going to miss. And the lumbering hulk of the possessed constructor comes out and moves to engage both Delana and Monastiel at the same time. And it's going to, first going to attack Delana. It's going to be versus AC. 24 versus AC. Alright. That is 20 damage.
How much?
20. And you are at a -2 on your next attack. As you are shaken very literally as this thing hits the ground. It shakes the ground. Monastiel, you're up.
I am going to use one of my terrain casting spells. I believe last time we discussed this could be considered a ruin or a cave. Is that
Yes.
that's correct? I believe I'm going to use level 3, the third level spell, Fungal Ambuscade. Unless, of course, he's like somehow immune to poison damage.
He is, yes.
Okay.
Well, is it ongoing damage or is it poison damage?
Ongoing poison damage.
He is immune to ongoing damage.
Okay. Well then.
Constructs are basically immune to all effects.
Okay.
All status effects.
All right. Well, I think we're just going to go ahead and go with, I think he's probably worth a shift. So we're going to go ahead and shift into our battle form. And that takes a
I think you have to
standard
roll.
action. Yeah, I have to roll a save. And I do not make the save, so that's a standard action to shift. So you see he just kind of hunches over and he lets out a really loud, it's a human growl at first, but it extends into a feral, beast-like growl. His skin ripples, his bones crack, and he just hunches over and turns into a very, very large black wolf.
Puppy! Oh, wait.
Okay. Anything else from Monastiel?
No.
The duergar runecaster that fled from last steps out, and let's see, he's going to do at least 2. First thing he's going to do is speak a word of hate at the giant wolf which just appeared. This is going to be versus mental defense. 25 versus mental defense.
That hits.
Yes. You take 8 damage. And he speaks the word of hate. And you're not sure who that's directed at. You can't see who it's being told to. But at this point, you, especially Bryn and the others, not so much Monastiel, you haven't heard it this much, but the rest of you have heard these ancient words of hate being used as a as a trigger to help the Runecasters' comrades. And that is it from him. Another mercenary comes out, hunkers himself in a corner, and takes a shot at. At this point, it pretty much has to be Delana. Delana's the only one with a good. He's got a good shot at. This is going to be versus AC. But it will once again miss with the crossbow shot. Another mercenary will come out and also take cover in one of the cubby holes. This one's got a shot at Monosail and take it. 19 versus AC. Eddie.
Cthulhu.
Eddie, does that hit you? Eddie.
Sorry, what? Who?
You were just attacked. Does a 19 hit you?
I do not believe so. Let me think. Let me see here. Sorry. So I'm sorry. I was being asked questions. Yes, it does.
All right, 10 damage.
Oof. All right.
And Delana, you're up.
Lana mumbles something about damn robots and swings her sword at the possessed construct.
Okay. Remember, you're at -2 on this attack.
Thank you. So 8.
8 will miss. So 3 damage.
Yes.
Okay. Anything else from Delana?
That will be all.
All right. Bryn, you're up.
I'm getting a late start here, but I call out to the rest of the group to have faith in the Allfather, that he'll lead us through this fight like he's led us through many others before. That is my invocation of healing, for what it's worth. And then I am going to I sort of place my hand against the wall to my right, and I whisper to the dwarves, the souls of the dwarves that once mined here, to help me rid this place of this construct here. It is the spirits of the righteous, so I will attack the construct. It will be against mental defense.
Okay.
And escalation dice is frying phase. Just a 13.
That will miss.
Okay, so
Barely.
on a miss,
Says
nearby
no.
ally with the fewest. Yeah, there's an effect that I don't have in there. It's just Manasail, you have a +2 bonus to your armor class until the end of my next turn.
Okay.
Okay, and that is it for Bryn.
Okay. Possessed Automata is swinging its. It's got, looks like digging claws on its hands. It looks like it was probably originally used to dig things out. But unfortunately for Cinder, they make pretty good weapons too. So this is going to be versus AC. 15 versus AC, I think will miss.
Yeah. Apparently, he's used to dealing with rock and not me.
Your metal's found in rocks.
Given how much you've damaged him so far, I don't think you have any room to talk.
Hey, shush.
But that being said, you can prove me right now. The escalation die is at 1, and it is your turn.
All right. I look back at Delana and say, I heard that, and swing for the construct in front of me. There we go. 19 versus AC.
That will miss. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the wrong stat block. That will still miss.
Okay, my crit range has decreased again to an 18, and 3 more damage for missed damage.
Okay. Let's mercenary convert 7 is going to run up while you're busy with the automaton and is going to attack you. It's going to be versus AC. 22 versus AC.
Is that for me?
I did move up and attack you, yes.
Okay. Just making sure. I looked at the guide for a second. 22 versus AC will hit.
10 damage.
That's one hell of a hit.
You would have noticed how hard they hit before, except for I wasn't fucking hitting with the last part. Alright. Possessed Constructor 1. It is going to be attacking Delana again. And once again versus AC. 18 versus AC.
Miss.
Alright. And that's the end of his turn. Monticello, you're up.
Okay. Part of the shifting thing, I get an extra bonus while shifted, so I roll 1d3. That's my bonus for this combat. So I get to add Dex plus level plus this roll. So it also says that I get 2 attacks versus the same or different targets. Is that two attack rolls and then 2 damage rolls?
2 attacks on this target.
Okay.
If you had more than one target, you could allocate them any which way you want.
Okay. So let's see, versus AC. All right. All right. So we're gonna make 2 basic attack rolls. That's a 13 versus AC, and then a natural 20. That's a 29 versus AC.
You feel the demonic power exuding from this possessed construct, and re-roll your attack.
Oh no!
Let's see, 26 versus AC.
Will hit.
Okay. And then damage.
Are you including the escalation die in that, by the way?
Is that an...
Eddie, are you including the escalation die in that?
No.
You need to adjust your macros so that you can add in the escalation die and whatever other bonuses, such.
Yeah, I wasn't, like, I have it written down, but I didn't think that I'd have to add in, like, so many different little things. There's a lot of little things with the druids.
Well, even everybody needs, for their basic attacks, the ability to add the escalation die. So.
Okay. All right, so the escalation die adds another additional +1 to that, right?
Yes. It doesn't really matter, because you're still going to miss with the first, and you're still going to hit the second.
There's even and odds with this. So
but it's natural. It's a natural odd.
That's true. So we're a natural odd. Okay. So the damage is different.
Okay, so go ahead and roll your damage.
Okay. That's 14 damage.
All right, so you were sure that you were going to be able to just open this thing up like a tin can, but the demonic power pulsed and threw off your aim. So you still did not insignificant damage, but it wasn't nearly as much as you thought you were going to be able to do to this thing.
Hey, at least you got a hit.
Yeah. Anything else from Monticello?
No.
Alright, the Runecaster. He really, really wants to get to Bryn.
No, he doesn't.
He really does, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
He's going to speak the word of, I think word of hate. Yes, it is the word of hate. Against Bryn. Versus mental defense. I don't think that's going to hit. 14 versus mental defense.
14 will miss.
Okay. And then he will once again speak the word of rage. This time you can see the power, the runic symbols appearing around Mercenary Convert 6. Who conveniently, it's his turn next. And he's going to go play with it.
That is convenient.
It is. It's like I played that or something.
Yeah.
It oozes convenience.
Alright, so this is going to be an attack on Cinder versus AC. Oh, that's actually 21 versus AC.
Will hit.
10 damage. The natural, not so much. I need to stop doing that. Oh.
I'm about to get real tired of these converts.
Tell me about it.
Another Mercenary Convert's going to move up and attack Delana.
You can actually do something other than being tired about him.
24 versus AC on Delana.
You'll hit.
10 damage. And the force of the strike is such that any counterattack is going to have a harder time getting to the mercenary.
To the mercenary?
Yes.
Okay.
And Delana, you're up.
Excellent. Delana says something to the effect of, well, it's nice that you can hear. Do you think you can learn to fight, too? And attacks the possessed construct with her sword.
Okay.
Oh, for the love of all that's fucking holy.
Alright, so that will miss.
I'm not done yet. I'm sorry.
I didn't say you were done. I'm just saying that misses.
Yeah, that meant thank you. Delana says something to that effect, and then looks heavenward and pretends that's actually a prayer and invokes her domain of divine healing, which gives her an extra heal. Montecille, do you need to be healed?
I'm hurt.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll keep that in mind for my next action, because that was my quick and standard action. I think I'm done for the round.
Let's see, who's up next? Bryn, you're up.
I point my hammer at the giant possessed construct here and say some words, and a ghostly hammer flies out of it. 12 versus physical defense.
12 is going to miss.
It does 3 holy damage.
That just means that they're vulnerable to that, right? Vulnerable means you crit. Yeah. Yeah, okay. So, that doesn't do anything.
Okay. I call out to Menasale, and I say, "Stranger, keep fighting for your friend Layla." And Menasale, you can use one of your recoveries, and you gain an additional 6 hit points.
All right. Gain or temp? Those are just, they're just added into.
You spend a recovery, and you get 6 more hit points. They're real hit points. They're not temporary.
Okay. So let's do that.
And Bryn is done. That was it for me.
Let's see. Possessed Automaton 1. I don't think it does. Where the hell are you? See, this is what happens when you use analog shit, people. Go digital. It's better. I say that, and yet I still don't write my fucking stat blocks down digitally. I don't know why. When I started doing my monster clowns the other day, I started just fucking writing them.
Of course you did. Old hand.
Of course.
Do we have squirrels yet?
Not yet.
You need squirrels. Desperately.
13th age players have a tremendous obsession with squirrels. They may not realize it, but they do.
Squirrel!
Okay. So these are the digging claws against Cinder.
Did you just say light? Did you just say lightning claws?
Digging.
Oh, digging.
Please do not give him ideas.
You know, you're not giving me anything that I haven't already thought of. The monster I worked on today, you guys are really gonna hate.
I saw a tweet go by that I assumed was
I'm really
tweet
looking
for us.
forward to it.
I saw that creepy ass tweet he did. It was that the post he did on Google Plus, I think it was, about a carnival from hell.
Yes, that was the most.
I was like, that's gonna be
I
creepy.
can tell you about the monster clowns because I'm not going to use them in this game.
Right now I'm reading Something Wicked This Way Comes.
Let's put it this way. Have you read or seen it?
Sure.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
There's a potential power called We All Float Down Here.
Everybody floats down here. Nice.
I am a very bad person.
Yes, you are.
Very bad man.
Alright, that being said, Cinder, you are not hit. However, as soon as you dodge out of the way of the claws, you notice that the eye in the center of this thing's head, for lack of a better term, is burning with this this purplish fire, and it tries to spray flames all over you. This is going to be versus physical defense.
Misses.
Yeah, I didn't think that was going to hit either. So you get your shield up in time, and it actually lights your shield on fire, but your shield is not you. So, top of round 3, escalation die is at 2. Cinder, you are up.
Okay, I am going to,
You have many flames.
because my shield is on fire, I'm going to go ahead and kind of drop it a little bit away from me and switch over to my dwarven battle axe. Switching over to my two-handed weapon. And I am not real happy with the converts, but I'm also not really happy with having fire spit at me. So we're going to go ahead and try to make this automata be a little bit less cheery about spitting fire at people, because that's not nice.
It's rude.
Go ahead and make your attack.
And 25 versus AC.
25 will hit.
Okay, and
You're taunted.
something. Okay, I didn't roll any ones, so that doesn't matter. 17 damage.
Alright, it is staggered. Anything else from Cinder?
I look over my shoulder and ask Delana, I'm sorry, what did you say?
That you can hear me just fine.
Alright. Mercenary Convert 7 is going to try to stab Cinder in the back, because that's what is presented to her. 18 versus AC, I don't think it is.
Will not hit.
Alright. Possessed Constructor 1. one... Yeah, you know, it has no reason to stop from hitting the llama. So it's not going to. But it will miss. Okay. And Monaciel, you're up. I need to fix that.
You know, I've never liked a mage that was uncontestedly casting. So I'm going to charge this runecaster. And I'm going to dive into him fangs first.
Alright, so you're going to take... are you going to roll the disengage?
Disengage is...
it's a saving throw. And in this
quick action, though?
No, it's part of a move action.
Part of a move action? Yeah, then we'll try and do safe, yeah.
Alright, take a -3 on your disengage check.
Alright.
This possessed automaton is so big. It's hard
19?
to get around.
16.
Alright. Alright. Show me again how you're getting to this one.
To the caster?
Yeah, no.
Oh yeah, no. I figured it was going to be right by the current convert because there's just no room to go between the two.
You're going to take an opportunity attack from the mercenary.
Okay. So, that's fine. Snap.
You're not going to like that one very much. That's 20 damage. And now it's your turn.
All right. Well, as I said, I've got a nice gaping wound in my side as I dive fangs first into the runecaster. And so that is +2. And I do not get to add escalation die. That's one of the downsides to being shifted. There comes a point where if the battle goes on long, you want to probably shift out. So.
Yeah. And the feats to actually use it are, I think they're epic level.
Epic, yeah. Lycanthropic. There at the
I can't remember. I haven't looked at the final version very closely for that yet. Either way, go ahead and make your attack.
2. Okay, this should be right. I was modifying these. So the first attack misses. I'm assuming at a 12. This is against AC. And the second attack is a 19.
The 19 will just hit.
Okay. He does take 3 damage for the miss on the one attack. And this attack is a natural even. So he takes 27 damage.
Okay.
Well, 30 damage in total.
Alright, he is staggered. As you...
So I charge. I see him around the automaton, maybe underneath the from the automaton, and I just charge at him, straight for him. Now, as I'm charging, I'm not paying attention, pretty focused. A mercenary convert manages to take a piece of me, but I dive into him, just tearing and ripping as best, just doing the best I can to take a piece of him out.
And you rather do. He doesn't look in terribly good shape. Anything else from you?
No, that will be it.
All right. And in response to you coming up and tearing a big chunk of flesh out of him, his hammer lights on fire, and he is going to attempt to smite you with it. Versus AC. That is going to miss. And he will...
Apparently the piece I took was the one he was using to swing the hammer.
Alright, he will speak the word of hate. You can see the demon possessing the constructs start to flare up that energy. And now it's the mercenary. Mercenary's combat 6 is attacking Cinder from behind. 20 versus AC.
20 versus AC will just barely hit. They're lucky I dropped my shield.
Yeah, a hit's a hit. Take 10 damage. And Mercenary Convert 8 is going to shift around just enough to engage Monosail and attack him. Also versus AC, 19.
That is Bryn. How long did that plus the AC last? Was that for next round?
It's gone now.
It's gone. Okay, that's it.
All right, take 10 more damage.
Ow. Whoops.
Oh.
Sorry.
All right, and Delana, now you're up.
Okay. Delana is again going to call on whichever god she decides to follow at the moment.
Anyone that'll answer, right?
At this point, yes. And will attempt to smite evil.
Okay.
Fingers crossed and bated breath. 16 versus AC.
16 is going to miss. You do half damage, I think, on Smite Evil?
Yeah. Yes, half damage.
So that is 14.
Well, good. I get some damage in.
Alright, so you missed the construct itself, but since it's got this demonic aura, your holy energy goes through that and does damage without actually damaging the vessel itself.
And I yell to Cinder, well, it's about time you did something other than listening. Let's pick up the pace here, boys.
Alright. If you're done, then Bryn, it's your up.
Alright, I point my hammer at this possessed constructor yet again.
Okay.
And a ghostly hammer flies from it. That will be a 19 against physical defense.
19 against mental defense will hit.
That will be 15 holy damage, which I think we determined doesn't matter, right?
It's vulnerable to holy damage, but that means you have to roll an 18 or higher.
Okay, so it's to be net. Gotcha.
Yeah. Either way, 15 damage. It is staggered.
And I yell again, Manaseo, keep fighting! You can spend another recovery there, Manaseo.
God damn it, you mangy runt.
Add +6 to it, and you don't have to actually... normally, you're actually using one of your recoveries, so you have to actually spend it. In this case, it's free.
Oh, it's free. Was the last one free too?
Technically, that one was free, and this one's not, but I forgot to tell you that it was free at the time.
Okay, so we're still evening out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
You're still spending one for 2 recoveries.
Oh, then I should be at 5. All right.
Anything else from Bryn?
That, I think, is it.
Okay. The possessed automaton is trying to claw Cinder. Uh, 15 versus AC will miss. It will.
Glad you're doing all the work for us, Aaron.
And then you notice that, or at least Cinder notices that the meat moss that this thing is covered with is starting to pull it back together.
That's
Yeah.
gross.
Oh, yeah, that's right, Eddie. You haven't seen that. All these constructs that are possessed, they're covered with
Skirt steak.
Covered with what?
Skirt steak.
Yeah, spam. It's really more like spam than skirt steak because it's shiny and glossy and pink.
Ew. It sounds sickening.
But it starts to pull the automaton back together right in front of your face, and it is no longer staggered, Cinder. But that being said, it's top of round 4. Escalation die is at 3, and Cinder, you are up.
Okay. really need to learn how to do the whisper command.
I've got a macro set for it. Because
Never
otherwise,
mind. Yeah. I'm not happy about my work being undone, but I'm also not happy at getting stabbed in the back twice.
I think you've been stabbed in the back more than twice, to be fair.
So I'm going to turn my happy ass around and power attack Mercenary Convert 8. I'm swinging from...
That might be kind of hard to attack Convert 8.
6 and 7.
Across the room.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking at... It looked like an 8 to me. 6. The one with the 5 o'clock shadow.
That would be 6.
Alright, so... 20 versus AC.
That'll hit.
And... Power attack adds 8, so that's 31.
31. Alright, describe how he dies.
I whirl around with my axe kind of backhanded and come across and slash him. It catches him right on, like, just above the shoulder and cuts down into his torso and just slams him straight into the ground. And he's opened up across his torso. There's really no helping him at this point.
Okay.
For your sacrifice. For your.
Anything else from Cinder?
I look back at Delana and yell, "That's one. Want to catch up?"
Alright. Mercenary Convert 7 is attacking Cinder. Not quite stabbing you in the back at this point because you're semi-turned around. 16 is going to miss. And then is the Possessed Constructor is attacking Delana again. And is going to hit. 20 damage for Delana.
Was it 16 or 26?
26.
Okay.
The 16 was attacking Cinder. And you're at a -2 penalty on your next attack.
And I'm also staggered, so thank you very much.
You're welcome. I do what I can. And Monticello, you're up.
Okay, I'm going to apply one attack onto the Runecaster and one onto the Convert 8.
Okay.
Top roll is going to be for the Runecaster, bottom roll is going to be for the Convert.
Okay.
And as soon as I found my macro. There we go. Alright, so that's 20 on the Runecaster versus AC and 24 on the Convert versus AC.
Those will both hit.
Okay. So that is, they're both odds, so I'm going to roll damage first for the Runecaster.
Okay.
And that is 12 damage on the Runecaster.
Okay.
And 15 damage on the Convert.
Alright, describe how she dies.
Well, first I reach in and I savage the Runecaster's leg, and then I spin around and go for the throat. Apparently I had surprised her because she thought I was going to solely go after the Runecaster, and wrap my fangs around her throat, and there's just a gory, gushy sound, and I come up with a blood-dripping muzzle.
Yay, doggy!
Sounds tasty. And you thought meat moss was gross. Alright, anything else from
I still think it's gross.
It's because I've described it as spam. I don't think you guys would care if I described it any other way.
If it was like steak, it'd be alright.
Glossy. Yeah.
Her spam is mold.
You should have described it as ribeye. I think that'd be a winner.
All right. Anything else from you, Eddie?
No. I think I have done and chewed up enough.
All right. Well, the Runecaster is going to try to get back at you with his flaming hammer. Got this weird little shit back here. But he will miss, and then he will speak the word of hate for Mercenary Convert 7. Mercenary Convert 6 is dead. So is 8. And Delana, you're up.
Delana grumbles under her breath about robots with an attitude and attacks the possessed construct again.
Add plus
Okay.
Lord. 11. Wow.
Your rolls are fantastic. What can I
Thank
say?
you. She falls to her knees and
You want to finish that statement quicker, love?
yeah, I can't think. I'm gonna use my free heal.
Okay.
It actually was 16. That's epic. And so I'm still staggered. Amazing.
Anything else from Delana?
No, thank you.
All right. Bryn, you're up.
All right, same as last time. Let's do it. 20 non-natural versus physical defense for 15 damage.
Okay, that will hit. Construct is in not wonderful shape at this point. Neither the possessing demon or the actual vessel it's possessing, but it is still on its feet.
And I tell Delana to have faith that we have almost beat back this beast. And Delana, you can use another. You can spend one of your recoveries with a +6.
Thank you. Oh wow, I actually did one this time.
And I am done.
All right. Possessed automaton is trying to gut Cinder, but he will miss it once more. I'm rolling horrible with that.
I'm just going to start ignoring the possessed automata because apparently it likes digging a hole and not attacking a cinder.
Well, you say that until it digs a hole in your buttocks.
I was going to say, now I'm going to turn my back on it and it's going to bite me in the ass.
Entirely probable, yes. And it is your turn.
I decide that since this automata is apparently absolutely no threat whatsoever,
Sorry.
I don't think I've hit with it. I think I haven't rolled over a 10 with it.
I'm going to attack the mercenary convert, number
Okay.
7. And escalation die now being 4. 27 versus AC.
That'll hit.
And a 22.
Grab how he dies.
I bring my axe up, kind of carving a V through the two of them. I bring my axe up across his hip, and I don't really dig too far in, but it just grazes all the way through his gut and basically eviscerates him, spills him out, and just kind of leaves him in shock.
Okay. Anything else from Cinder?
I look at Delana over 2 corpses. 2. I also look at Mal, the wolf that once was Mal, and say, "Good job."
Okay. Possessed Constructor is going to try to smash Delana.
Oh, sheesh.
Fuck!
I think you just lost all those hit points you just gained.
That's a good thing you gained them.
That'll be 40 damage.
40!
And -2 on your next attack.
Thank you.
Can I confer on her my heavy warrior feat for just a second?
If she wanted something like that, she could have taken the Bastion talent.
Could have done what now?
I think I'm pretty sure there's a talent, at least with the feat, that will let you do the same thing as the heavy warrior. That lets you take half damage.
Oh shit! Oh fuck! Yeah, I can do that. I have that. I completely forgot about that. Can I still do that? I've got Bath. No, that's for an ally. Never mind. That's for an ally. I was so hopeful too. Nope. I'm still me.
Alright, Monastelia, you're up.
Staggered again.
I, the rune caster, with the intent to end him, and both attacks on him.
Okay.
$18 and 26.
The 26 will hit, the 18 will miss.
It's on an odd. He takes 16 damage.
19 damage.
Oh, yeah, that's right, 19.
Not that it matters in this case, because he only had 6 hit points left. So describe how he dies.
So again, I make a leap up. Well, he's a dwarf. I don't have to leap very far. I pretty much push it. I pretty much put my paws on his shoulders and just dig my claws in and push him to the ground and just start savaging his face. There's much bone crunching and gurgled screams that are cut short. And that's it for me. Oh wait, no, I could still make a move. After I end him, I go. It might be too far. I don't know. Let me know.
No, you're fine.
All right, and then I move to engage the possessed automaton.
Okay.
Noticing, of course, that the constructor looks to have been well taken care of since it's on its last legs.
I don't know where you're hallucinating at, but okay.
Well, my back was to you, so I.
They're just sure that you can handle it, Delana. That's why they're all leaving you to it.
She's doing a good job.
I haven't hit him yet.
Well, I mean, you're holding him there so Bryn can take care of him, right?
Yeah. You're allowing it to punch you in the face so it doesn't punch anybody else in the face.
It's true.
This is the essence of a paladin.
So
Yeah.
what you're
Also
saying,
true.
I've downed 2 enemies and you haven't hit a single thing yet.
I'm well aware.
Roger that.
She's gonna stab you with her tail. You watch out.
Yes.
Only if I ask nicely.
Sick.
Alright, Delana, you're up.
Okay.
And again, you're at a -2 on your attack.
Thank you. I'm pretty pissed at this construct and will again attack him with my sword.
Add a +1.
Add a +1.
Mm-hmm.
+1 +4 -3 is
-2.
-2.
4.
Don't shortchange yourself that much.
I had it right the first time.
Alright, 25 will hit.
Oh,
Wait.
sorry. I was snickering and I shouldn't have. You did it. I saw the 10. I was
The
like,
one.
oh my
Yeah.
god.
Alright, 10 damage. Would you like to guess how many hit points it had left?
9.
It had 10.
Good
Describe how
hit.
it dies. Or is destroyed, anyway.
How did we kill it the first time? How did he get damaged the first time? Solana is so pissed off and frustrated at being attacked by this thing, about it being basically brutalized by this thing. She calls upon all of the strength that she has within her, jumps up and stabs her sword down into his heart, and then pushes him off, and he crumples to the ground.
Okay. Anything else from Delana?
No, that's okay. I think I'll stay here.
Stay there and tend to your wounds.
Yes.
Of which there are very few wounds, but the which ones there are very painful. Alright, Bryn, you're up.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, I take that back. I look over to Cinder and say, I'm sorry, dead giant monster, what?
I'm so glad my turn is next.
And I give a face paw.
So I move down the hallway as far as I can get. If I can scramble over this, I probably can just move around it past Alana.
Yeah.
Until I can see what's going on in the side corridor, and then I will, I'll point my hammer at this automaton and do the same old trick.
Okay.
24 versus physical defense.
That'll hit.
13 holy damage.
Okay.
And then I'm done.
It is staggered again. And it is going to try to dig Cinder a new asshole. It will probably fail, but it'd be really funny if it succeeded. 22 versus AC.
It finally.
It finally did hit. That'll be 13 damage.
I am going to use my heavy warrior and take only half damage.
Alright, take 7.
Turns into 7.
So it dug you a very shallow asshole. Alright, escalation dies at 5. Cinder, you are up.
I look back at Delana and say very proudly, it still only counts as 1. And proceed to try to dig my axe from shoulder to navel into the automaton. 29 versus AC.
I was hoping you were going to roll a 1 over the because after all that build up, it'd be the best possible. Right. Yeah. Alright, scrap how it dies. Or it's destroyed anyway.
Ceases to be a threat.
After looking back at Delana, I raise my axe one-handed, bring the other hand up to the end of the haft, and bring it down carnival style onto the bell, and just rip this thing apart. And there is absolutely no question in anybody's mind whose construct is better. Near it.
Okay. Alright, combat is over. Let's everybody take a quick break, both in-game and out.
Oh,
so everybody gets... What's that?
Get to rest?
Yes, it's a short rest for both you and your characters, so everybody can get something to drink and whatever.
Alright. Be right back.
Alright, be right back myself.
Jeez, I'm running out of recoveries here.
Taking a break. Apparently. Did you hear that last blow?
Not all of it.
Well,
Let's see what's on the Q&A board, shall we? Nothing really.
I'm back.
Alright, look at that. I've been added by so many people on Google Plus today, it's kind of ridiculous.
I saw that. Or I saw you comment about that.
Yeah, Sage Latora, you know, the guy who did Dungeon World,
Okay.
he shared a circle with gamers that I was in, and I've been added by probably a good between 40 and 50 people today at least.
Wow.
It's kind of crazy. Every time I go and look at Gmail or Google Plus, my notifications thing has yet more people added who have added me.
Okay.
So at this point, you guys should get used to combats that are in that same neighborhood.
Yeah, remind me to speak interrupt later.
Yeah, Lloyd, you should apologize to everybody because you were the straw that broke the camel's back. For a while, I figured you guys weren't being challenged enough, but until you opened your mouth, I kind of waffled on it.
On some days I can understand it, those need to be more difficult, but on this one we never get any flipping breaks. So it's not like we can, sleep. Mine should count as 2.
From a purely numbers balance perspective, almost all of us had to use at least 2 recoveries to be able to make it through that alive.
Yep.
3. No, wait, just 2. Yeah, 3.
And several of us had to use at least 1 daily power to be able to do that.
Yep. Yep, that's true.
So
He's like, yes, that is the point.
Yeah, you haven't told me anything that I haven't already realized.
speaking as a player who has looked at being a DM before, not trying to tell you how to do your job, so I don't want to step on any toes here.
Mm-hmm.
But
I only expect 4 or maybe 3 or 4 of those combats between full rest ups.
Yeah.
Because those are significant combats.
Yep. See, here's the thing. You guys haven't been significantly challenged until I wear down your resources. Even at the end of the last dungeon you guys were in, the only reason you guys were in any significant threat was because at that point you'd gone through several encounters. I'd worn you down to a great extent. Now I'm just going to increase the difficulty of the encounters and make fewer of them.
Okay. So long as there's the balance of more difficult encounters.
Because the fight you guys did last session, you guys spent almost nothing in terms of resources.
We really didn't.
The only person who did was Tormac, and that's because Tormac is fragile as all hell. And as we discussed earlier, he goes up ahead and gets his ass kicked. That is not a good combination. Now, because I mean, there will occasionally be fights where you guys don't end up using very many resources, no matter how I plan it. This fight could have, if you guys had rolled better or I had rolled worse, this could have been one of those encounters that you guys don't end up using very many powers or recoveries or anything like that. To some extent, no matter how I plan something, it depends on how the rolling goes in the session. So, and here's the other thing that you guys have to acknowledge is that there will be times where you guys have to run. There will be times where you guys cannot stand and put up a fight.
Yep.
And I'm not saying that that's going to be, that every fight is going to be one of those ones, but it's kind of on you guys to recognize when you're in a position where you need to rest or you need to do something to recover from what you've been doing. I know that in a lot of games you can kind of keep pushing forward until, and the GM will often let you get away with it. I'm not going to do that. If you guys need to rest and you don't acknowledge that you need to go and build up your resources again before pushing onward, you're going to get your ass kicked. You guys need to recognize that there will be those times, whether it's because I've planned it that way or just because the dice have gone against you. Not every fight will be one that you can necessarily win.
And not all of them are going to be nearly as obvious as the dragon giant fight from the previous fort.
Right. Not all of them will be completely obvious. So that's going to have to be to some extent on you guys to be more cautious when you're dealing with these things, because again, you're not going to be able to fight every fight and win.
Blasphemy.
So yeah, I'm gonna push the difficulty. I'm not gonna try to kill you guys outright because that'd be stupid. But I'm also gonna hold back a considerable amount less than I have been, because it's not like you guys are lacking in terms of resources. You guys have healing potions. You guys have magical items. You guys have all of this stuff.
I don't
And you will be getting more.
We haven't hit town for quite some time now, as far as I know.
You had a full rest up before you got over here.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I didn't have any option to buy healing potions.
No, but how many healing potions do you guys have as a whole?
I'm tapped out.
I don't think I have any either. I have to check. Hold on.
Nope.
And how many do you still have?
I think I have, I believe I have 3.
And I know Torimac had one.
So I do have one.
So there you go. If that means that each of you basically has a healing potion, that means each of you has a healing potion.
Here you go. I put a lot of ice in it to stay cold.
I'm not trying to scare you. I'm just trying to say that, you know, I'm not going to bail you out either. You guys have to keep track of what you have available to do and how you best spend it. So,
Woof.
so this was your wake-up call.
Okay.
Now, with that being out of the way,
We're still gonna glare at Cinder.
as is only right.
I walk over to Delana, grab the hem of her, whatever the hell she's wearing, and wipe the convert's blood and the automata gray matter off of my axe. And then pat her on the shoulder. Good
Delana-
game.
Delana's tail whips out and stabs you in the shoulder.
He runs. I trot out of the room, sit, and idly scratch at my side.
Don't mess with the tiefling. So,
And then I shift back into my human form with all those delicious crunching of bones and rippling of skin, and my hair falls out to the ground, and I stand back up, and my face is just from between my eyes down to the middle of my chest is just drenched in blood. I got little bits of flesh stuck between my teeth.
Ugh.
feel better?
Very much so.
Excellent.
I look at Montciel and say, that is definitely a new trick.
Again, I smile, little bits of gristle in my teeth. And it's like, I've done a little bit of growing since the last time we met.
I can tell.
I'd like to search the body of the runecaster just to see if he has anything of note.
He doesn't seem to have had anything that really strikes you as special or unusual.
I go ahead and search the mercenaries to see if there's anything there of value.
They're carrying a little bit of money, and one of them is carrying a healing potion.
Yay! Healing potion! Who doesn't have a healing potion?
In terms of how much money they're carrying, between all of the humanoid non-constructs, they're carrying about 7 silver, 34 copper.
Okay, I've pocketed the silver, and Cinder, did you say you didn't have any healing potions left?
I don't have one. He doesn't. I don't think he had any either.
Oh, well, I'm definitely not getting to Cinderlix yet then. Montciel, would you like a healing potion?
Please.
I'm
Big smile on his face. Sure.
You just looted my kills, and you're going to give away my healing potions?
Hey, you snooze, you lose.
I don't believe she's going to. I believe she just did.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cold.
Got to be a little quicker on the uptake there, buddy. Are we ready to press forward, or do we want to rest?
Well, you've already had a short rest.
So let's go, gentlemen.
Yeah, let's move forward.
I'm going to take a look at each of the cells to see if there's anything notable in them after the mercenaries have come out.
Once you start looking around the cells, it looks like this is kind of being used as a barracks kind of area. The top 2 cells, it looks like where they're keeping at least some of the automata. As you push farther in, we're going to start to reveal stuff. you'll see that the others, they have a very Spartan living area in each one of them. There are a couple of cots. There's most of them have a box or a chest or a barrel that looks like their possessions have been chucked into. One of them, I already down there. One of the ones down by where Cinder and Bryn are at, it is festooned with what looks to be a cult, not phenomena, but paraphernalia. That's the word I was looking for. And there's a lot of copies of like this symbol that you've been seeing on people's necks or on their foreheads or whatnot. It's almost like a shrine. There's stuff on the walls, written in something you probably don't want to think about too closely. And
that was to which direction?
that is over. I hate that. That is over here.
I'm going to make a very quick effort of upending any furniture that I see in there and just generally causing as much havoc as I can, mirroring as many of the writings as I can.
Okay.
Pretty much destroying the shrine as effectively as I am able.
Okay. It's not terribly difficult to do. It's not really. It's not a genuine shrine. It's just made up. You know, have you been in a house by somebody who's really, really Christian? It's kind of like that. Except instead of pictures of Jesus on the wall, and on the candles, and on everything else, it's eldritch horror and disturbing sigils.
So we're talking Christian ceremony rather than Buddhist, like shrine to the elders.
It's not exactly a one-to-one comparison here. It's just more like a godfather than anybody else.
Okay. Anyway, feeling very satisfied that I have done my part to further the justice of whatever, I continue on.
Okay.
And I make my way to the end of the hallway here, or is what I can see of it.
Okay. This doesn't seem to be. This probably used to be an office of some sort, but it's been again transformed into kind of a living space. At least over here. Over here is more open. It doesn't look like they've done anything terribly with it.
You said this is an office here, and then there's nothing really.
It probably used to be an office. Now it's a living area.
Okay.
There are the same kind of cots and accoutrements that the other cells have had. But given the remains of the furniture that are in there, maybe it probably used to be an office. Probably the office of the mine overseer.
Anything in there catch my eye, like bags, foot lockers, anything, anything like that?
All of these have had some sort of container where you can see that there's been personal effects that have been stored.
Whoa! Immediately, Cinder appears in the room. I'll check some of those containers for anything useful. In this particular room here.
While he's checking containers, I'm going to check the desk to see if there's any kind of correspondence that might be of interest. I'm specifically
everything that made it an office from before, it has been long cleared out. Whatever's the duergar and the amber shards are doing with this place, they're not using this for an office.
Okay, so I don't see anything at all with the Orc Lord's sigil or anything like that on it?
No.
Okay. I lose interest very quickly and walk back out.
Bro.
Light it on fire.
Probably not the best of ideas.
Not underground.
No, the squirrel.
Don't smoke it, you'll be alright.
Squirrels and cigarettes, both relatively safe until you put one in your mouth and light it on fire.
Yes.
Is there anything actually right here, or is this just a wall?
That's just a wall.
Okay. So I'll continue on moving around the corner here, assuming that...
Alright. The room you saw before was kind of like a shrine. This is a shrine. And it kind of hurts your head to even look at. Something about this makes you feel empty inside, for lack of a better way to put it. There's something it's oppressive in how it feels. There's a small altar that's pretty much smack dab straight in the center of the room. It doesn't look like it's a sacrificial thing or anything like that. There are candles on top of it, arranged in what appears to be some sort of arcane not symbol, but it strikes you as a deliberate arrangement of these candles. It's not something just haphazard and stuck on these on this altar. Against on the walls, I should say, are written some of the things that you heard earlier, which was the phrase that you heard. Except this time, it's not like graffiti. It's more like a motto. And your reminder on that is that it says, "We are as all shall be in the eternal short silent darkness. We shall again be free."
I stand back and allow the paladin and the priest to have their first opinion.
Aaron, can you repeat that phrase again?
Yes. It is, "We are as all shall be in the eternal silent darkness. We shall again be free."
Okay. Thank you.
In Delana's case, that empty feeling is lack of blood.
This is a dark, evil place. I think we should burn it.
There's really no other way to put this. Is that this is evil? This is there's something in this place that is completely opposite of your very existence. That being said, starting a fire underground is probably still a really bad idea.
No, not a good idea. I definitely feel angered and upset by this, and I sort of stand by the altar for a moment and just kind of like quietly seethe as I take in what I'm seeing. Since this has desecrated a former dwarven hold.
Alright, so what are you guys going to do at this this temple of sorts. It still seems very. This place wasn't purpose built. It just happens to be where they set this up.
Mm-hmm.
That's fairly clear to all of you.
Can we take it down?
There's really not a lot to take down, but yes, if you want to kind of wreck what's here, that's not terribly difficult to do, and basically scrape away the writing on the wall, break the altar, and scatter the candles.
Do I get the impression that would be enough, or would I need to perform a ritual to cleanse this place?
Roll me a lore keeper.
Okay.
Plus, yeah, go ahead and do plus wisdom.
21 total.
Yeah, it would probably diminish, but it wouldn't completely rid this place of this sensation, this feeling. It's too pervasive. All it would do is kind of destroying the altar and everything else would unfocus this this feeling, this energy.
Hmm. Do I have the sense that I possess the capabilities to at least try to, use some of my training and my connection with my deity to cleanse this?
You're sure that you have the ability to do so,
mm-hmm.
but you also feel that you need to know more before you can really do an effective job of it and have it last. So you, for example, if you performed a ritual right now, just it would be kind of a general, universal cleansing, and it would probably make this place better for maybe a day before it started to seep back in, and probably within a week, maybe 2 weeks, it would be to the same level, level of energy that you're feeling right now.
Okay, so like right now, I could treat the symptoms, but not the cause, because I don't know what's really at the center of it.
But having, you think that if you get to a library, perhaps back in Forge,
mm-hmm.
and research, you might be able to do something, not just for this place, but any place like it in the future.
Okay. I look around at the group and I say, I don't have the know-how to cleanse this place now, but remove these symbols, the things that are focusing the desecration in this place. Let's at least kill it aesthetically.
Let's get to it.
And I move up and with a smile on my face and take my spear and sweep all the candles off of the altar.
Okay. As soon as your spear touches the candles, you can feel kind of a almost like an electric shock travel up your arm for the briefest of seconds. It disappears almost immediately. It's almost like you crossed a threshold and then we're past.
What in the name of the tree was that? And I describe the shock feeling as my spirit pierced the area surrounding the altar.
Before you can even describe anything, I take my hammer and I bring it down on the altar, trying to smash whatever is there. And I assume the same kind of thing happens to me.
Yeah, it does.
More dramatically because you're conductive.
Actually, less dramatically. You feel the same sensation, Cinder, but it's considerably reduced from what Monocielo was talking about. and none of you actually sees anything happen. It's not like it really isn't like there are sparks or lightning traveling up your arm or anything like that. It's just something that you feel.
What was the writing on the wall made out of?
It looks like it's just painted on.
Okay. Is there any water nearby that we can?
There are some buckets of water in the cells.
I will go down and grab a bucket of water and some scrap from the I'm sorry, guys. The one of the cloaks or shirts from the my brain is not with me today.
Mercenaries.
Thank you, mercenaries, and wipe off the writing on the wall.
You didn't want to use the duergar beard?
Beard or beer?
Beard.
Sure, why not? No, I don't feel like carrying him.
Well, just chop it off. It's kind of like a Brillo pad.
You want to. So, I grab some cloth and try to wipe off the painting on the wall.
Okay. It doesn't take... It would probably take a long time to get it completely lit off so that it would be like, it had never been there. But to get it enough so that nobody can read what was there, it doesn't take a long time.
Anything else? Anyone else?
That's pretty much all of our contributions to destroying the...
Perhaps a prayer, Lord Keeper.
So I put out my hands in a sort of common prayer gesture, and I ask the All-Father to grant his blessing upon this place that has been desecrated, and to give me the strength in the future to be able to rid the world of this evil. And then I make a few symbols with my hands.
Normally, when you make symbols with your hands, nothing overtly magic or divine happens. The moment you do it here, you feel almost like a burning in your hand, like you're sweeping the symbols through like a curtain of fire. Something is actively resisting your invocation of the divine here.
The room is full of evil phlogiston.
Phlogiston. Let it match.
I was gonna say what? We've done all that we can do here.
I don't wish to stay in this place much longer.
Let's
move forward.
Tally forth.
Okay. Well, that being the case, I'm going to zoom out. You guys point on the map where you guys want to go.
Alright, let's see here.
Where's home? There's not much of direction, is there?
There's
one that I see.
Of the stuff you've explored today, there's not a lot of places to go. If you go back to where you were last session, there were some branches you hadn't explored yet.
Oh, so this is dead end. This is...
Yeah, this is more or less a dead end. There hasn't been a...
Okay.
Oh, I didn't even show that. I'm sorry. It would have been more clear if I'd uncovered everything. So.
Then it would be up here.
Yeah, this is a dead end where you're at right now.
Okay.
So it would be more like where your fight was last week.
Okay. So I guess we're going up north.
Yeah, let's return to that spot.
Alright, hold on. I'll just move you guys. Or at least I will if I have the right tool selected.
What kind of sorcery is this?
It's magic.
So we pretty much got.
I'm gonna put you in the
North, so we pretty much got northwest, northeast, and south, right?
Let's see. So you have, yes, northwest. There's 2 southern exits that you haven't looked at yet. So, so go ahead and decide amongst yourselves where you want to go. Actually, I'm not gonna. It's not worth it. That up there, there's nothing up there. It's a dead end as well. So you guys pop your head in around, look through the cave-in that Montecito caused last week, and you see that there's just a couple of rooms. It's probably where people were staying. A lot of the stuff you've noticed down here has been very ad hoc, so which indicates that they haven't moved. If they've moved in on a permanent basis, they aren't making a real effort to make this a livable place. So at this point, you've got a couple of options. There's a couple places you can go south, more or less.
There's a couple of places we can go to the south. Okay, so want to start heading to the south?
So which one would you like to go to?
Probably this one. I'm voting this one first here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's a closed door. You open it up, and the smell pretty much immediately tells you what this place was. And that would be
a bakery.
That would be the privy.
A latrine.
You look inside, but really the smell tells you everything you should know.
I look around and immediately curse Tormac. I'm not quite sure why I think this is his fault, but I think it's his fault.
Tormac goes to look down the hole. Because Tormac likes holes.
He is a hellhole infiltrator, after all.
Yes.
It's in the name.
Alright, so
this is the other southern passage?
Yes. So you open the door, look inside, and it is it's a hell of a sight, is what it is.
Whoa.
You're not sure what this was for, but this was clearly some sort of machinery being used in the processing of the ores. And as complicated as it looks, it's not terribly difficult to get across. There's a wheel that you can turn to shift the bridge in the center around so that you can exit to the south.
Mm.
By the way,
but it's probably not the kind of place you really want to drop down into.
Sure.
despite my not having said it, after my shield went out, after the fire dissipated off my shield, I picked it back up and am still capable of using it, correct?
Oh yeah, it's scorched. It's not something you're probably gonna want to get a new one after you get out of here, but it'll last you until then at least.
Okay.
So I operate the mechanism to bring the bridge over to our section and then indicate for everyone to sort of pile onto the middle.
Okay. So I'll move you guys. The next room.
Twist it around.
Pretty. Compared to some of the other rooms you've been in this place, is not terribly exciting. The door heading inward further is closed. Does not appear to be locked, but it is a much sturdier make than the ones you've seen before in this place. And that's where we will stop for today.
Okay.
Dun-dun.
So you guys can explore past this door. 2 weeks.
Cool.
Let's see. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else. There's certainly nothing else we have to do on air. So, everybody say goodbye to our viewers.
Bye, viewers.
Goodbye, viewers.
Bye, everybody.